the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips, coast to coast. Not only am I still in Virginia Beach, God, I hope so, but I am at the site of the Tidewater Community College Norfolk campus in their podcast studio. That's right, I said it, in their podcast studio. Special show today is part of having Tidewater Community College as part of our show. Today we're going to spend some time with the alumni. We'll get to that in a little bit. But first of all, I want to thank our following sponsors, of course, Sweet Pea's Bakehouse, Novelty Sports Art. Oh, by the way, Sweet Pea's Bakehouse now can ship. So if you want to taste those goodness that you always hear about, when you place your order at the delivery, you'll have an option to ship. So check that out. Novelty Sports Art, of course, Tidewater Community College, Rustic Reclaimed Design, and my good friends over there at Think Energy. Thank you all for being part of us. If you want to know more about all of those sponsors, guys, just go to my website, aaronshour.vegas, and simply click on the sponsors tab, and you'll be able to see all the links of all of our sponsors there as well. First of all, thank you for watching me. If you're watching me right now on Facebook, you know where to find me. Well, you're already there, Aaron's Hour Show, or WWDB-TV Las Vegas, YouTube, same thing, Aaron's Hour Show, WWDB-TV. And, of course, in a couple of days, go to Roku. That's where you'll download the WWDB-TV network, all the plethora of options you have there. Today, we can only communicate via chat. So if you're watching me on YouTube, that's okay. Put in your messages. Hopefully, they're nice messages. John is there to screen. No. Get those out there. John will send those in. And then, of course, on Facebook, put them up there. Now, before we get started, we're going to wrap all this together because my first guest is going to have about 15 seconds to get here on set when we start running the intro for Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
With a nod to the past and an eye to the future, here is Aaron Phillips with Vegas Unwrapped 2.0.
Once again, the ever-popular game of the fire drill around the car when you stop at a red light always continues here. Joining me right now, she is in charge of the Alumni Association. I'm not particular of all titles and stuff other than names. Names are very important to me. Why? Because she outfitted me with my swag today. That's right. I'm not an alumni, but I feel like one because I'm around the college an awful lot. Ms. Jennifer Wilkinson joins me here. Howdy.
Hi, Aaron.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing very well. It's cold.
Good. Very cold.
We're warm in the studio.
We are.
First of all, let me say thank you to you, and Meredith, and the crew here for making the studio available. Boy, you talk about getting stuff done right up to the minute, folks. A little transparency. My laptop was not cooperating this morning, and so due to the swift thinking of Meredith, she got us hooked up on her laptop and cameras, and we're rocking and rolling, and I'm very happy about that. So great crew here. Thank you for this opportunity. Look, we even have the Alumni Association logo behind us. It's kind of like the weather map right now. You're seeing the logo. We got green back here, folks. All right, so here it is on a Saturday.
Yes.
And we're talking about the Alumni Association, and we have two folks. Why don't you tell our audience who the guests will be after break representing the alumni?
Sure. So we have Tay Counts, who just graduated from TCC in December. He was actually our commencement speaker. Tay has been very instrumental in helping us get the Alumni Association going, and he's going to be here to tell you a little bit about his story and why he wants to stay engaged with us.
And who else?
And we have Nyla Richardson, who has a great background story of completing college while she was in high school. And again, we've kind of recruited her to help us with this Alumni Association drive that we're.
Well, I had a chance to meet, I've met Tay before, but I had a chance to meet Nyla at the ODU basketball game, which were kind of, man, your smile is infectious. By the way, she's here looking past us, and she's got some, you have a very infectious smile. That was the first thing my wife said when we left. That girl, she had that smile. And that energy was like rocking. I know she's going to do great on the show, but she's nervous. She said, don't worry about it, right? So you'll be fine. I haven't lost anybody yet, at least not this month. Anyway, so so that's good. So we're going to get to them. We're going to find their story about why Tidewater and all that stuff. But let's talk about you for a little bit, just for a few minutes. Because I think it's important that my audience knows who the person is behind the association.
Sure.
How long have you been here at Tidewater?
With the college, I've worked for the college 13 years.
And how long have you been in this role?
I actually just started this role in July of 2024.
Oh, okay. And what was your role here prior to that?
Sure. So I had actually worked on 2 grants. I was in a dean's office, a provost office, and most recently working for a VP of institutional advancement.
Okay. So what was appealing to you to make this transition into this position back in July?
Sure. So I'm actually an alum myself. I came through and finished schooling pretty much as a single mom. So,
Okay.
you know, it was what I could do when I could do it, but I got through it. And I've always wanted to give back. I work for the college because I love the college. I love what we do. I love that we help so many underserved population.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to bring the TCC community together with the Hampton Roads community.
Now, the history of Tidewater College itself, there's quite a few colleges in the network of 20 some odd schools, right?
Right. Virginia Community College system.
Virginia
Yes.
Community, this is what, 22,
23.
23?
Mm-hmm.
I have math degree, but I'm not very good with numbers. So what makes TCC stand out above the rest? And I've done my homework on all the other schools because of what I'm doing for promoting the school, but there just seems to be some reason why TCC seems to rise above all. What do you think?
Sure. And I think it's really because of the resources we provide, whether
Okay.
you're, you know, again, a single mom coming to school or that student fresh out of high school or someone going back to school in your 40s. We have resources for everybody. We care about our students. You can tell by the faculty and staff. And it's just, I think, a sense of community and family.
Absolutely. I can't disagree with you, because every time I've been on campus to visit you guys, or I've gone to the other campuses, everybody's smiling.
Yes.
Everybody's smiling. The students, the staff. It's just great to walk into an environment where people are happy.
Right.
They're working, don't get me wrong. They're not sitting back going, oh, this is easy, so it's fun. No, everybody's doing their job, but the environment, I think, is so critical. And I think in a lot of school environments, that's missing nowadays. But TCC certainly offers that. All right, so here you are now. So what kind of plans do you foresee now? The association just started in July, is that correct, when you took it over?
It's actually in the process now of starting. We're going to hold our first
Okay.
Alumni Association meeting in March.
Okay.
We're just kind of recruiting. We have almost 200,000 alumni that we're trying to reach. Again, that's just as easy as creating your profile, reaching out if you want to do any type of resources for us as far as volunteering, mentorships, giving back, you know, any type of way you can to the community and the college.
Is there any particular target market? Are you looking? Now, when you say 200,000
Mm-hmm.
alumni, is that just in the local area, or is that across the country?
That's across the country,
Okay.
but most of our alumni do stay local. I forget the percentage, but I want to say it's about 80%.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah,
I mean, you still
so
have 160,000.
We do.
200,000
Mhm.
local.
so we know they're out
It's a
there.
nice crowd. We want you. I feel like Uncle Sam. We want you to get
We do,
involved.
and it's just about giving back and forming another sense of community. Again, bridging the Tidewater Community College with the Hampton Roads community to help our students and the communities.
So what are some of the goals and some of the ideas and things that you want to do for the alumni? What kind of programs, what kind of?
Sure. So I've created the whole year of alumni events, and a lot of them are based around really career networking and job opportunities. Next month, we are holding a resume revamp rally. So we'll have people to talk about how to kind of update your resume, you know, to get employers to look at it. You can ask questions, get help. We're also providing free headshots that will hopefully be done by our students, our current photography students. And then we'll have fun events where, you know, in March, we'll go to the planetarium and just kind of come have a good time and, you know,
Rock out to the stars.
yeah, really, it's a lot of fun. Last year, that was our biggest attended event. So it's a lot of fun.
Now, I don't know if you said this during the brief introduction of our guests, but I do believe we have a pending potential incoming presidential leader of the Alumni Associations. Did you mention that during the intros of TAG?
I
did you
don't remember if I did.
Well,
but
now
Tig-
we could say it.
Yes.
Well,
Tig-
I'll have him talk about
okay.
it.
Sounds good.
I feel like we should have the presidential song play when it comes on. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, all right, John, I know you're following. I'm going to need you to put the time countdown for me in the chat box for me. I know we're going to run a little bit early here, but I promised Jennifer I would not put her out for longer than she has to, because, you know, this is not her cup of tea. So we're going to let you go a few minutes early.
Yeah,
John,
thank you.
it's time. We're going to go to break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. I have the esteemed alumni coming on. We are live at the Norfolk campus of Tidewater Community College in their podcast studio. I'm breaking it in because I hope to make this home maybe in the future. Who knows? You never know. Hey, Aaron's Hour. We'll be right back.
With an award-winning and dedicated faculty and 4 beautiful campuses, Tidewater Community College proudly serves nearly 25,000 students a year, 48% of whom pursue degrees that let them transfer to four-year institutions. At Tidewater Community College, 65% of our students attend part-time, so they can earn while they learn, and 1/3 of our students are military-related. Enroll today at Tidewater Community College. From here, go anywhere.
Founded in 2021 by husband and wife duo Jason and Melissa Taylor, Rustic Reclaimed Design is a small business proudly owned by a woman and disabled Navy veteran. Rustic Reclaimed Design specializes in custom handmade and laser engraved products. By combining craftsmanship and creativity, Rustic Reclaimed Design delivers unique, high-quality items. Whether it is a personalized gift, something for the home, or a custom design, their mission is to create a piece that brings your vision to life. Visit us on Facebook by searching Rustic Reclaimed Design. Send an email to sales@rusticreclaimdesign.com or simply call 757-567-2790. Rustic Reclaimed Design is where we craft connections one unique piece at a time. It seems like the cost of keeping the lights on goes up way too often. Do you wish there was something you can do to control the energy costs in your own home to keep the lights on? I want you to Think Energy. Think Energy has partnerships across the country that takes advantage of solar farms. Solar farms actually reduce the dependency on your local electric company by having part of your electricity actually come from these solar farms, which in turn reduces your costs. To learn more, contact Preston Pearson by dialing 229-291-8329 or send an email to cp3foralltime@gmail.com. There is no better time to think energy. All right, welcome back to Aaron's Hour. We are live at the campus of Tidewater Community College in Norfolk. There are 4 campuses here in the Hamptons area. We have Norfolk, we have Portsmouth, right?
Yes.
We have Virginia Beach. Who am I missing? Hampton? Who's the 4th campus? Come on, you guys are alumni. You should know. Chesapeake. See, I tried to throw a curveball by saying Hampton. She right in there. So it's 4 campuses here that you can use Tidewater Community College. The one in Virginia Beach is not that far from me down Princess Anne Road. That's where I got all my swag. I went and raided the Barnes & Noble store not too long ago. All right, so thank you for tuning in now. So we're spending the day here on campus. We're putting a spotlight on the college and its alumni. No, I'm not an alumni. You all know I went to Penn State, but I spent enough time around here and know the people. I feel like I'm an alumni. Do they hand out like honorary alumni degrees or something? That's what I feel like I should get around here. I was going to bring my cap and gown, but anyway, joining me now, of course, is Nyla Richardson. To my right, to her right is Tate Counts. Listen, first of all, congratulations on achieving your graduation and everything that you're accomplishing to do. So what I want to do, let's start off with the real easy part here. You guys chose Tidewater Community College for a reason. Tell my audience what those reasons were for you first. What's your backstory and why you chose Tidewater?
You want me to go first?
Well, yeah, okay. Ladies first. See, this show could be retitled "The Beauty and the Beasts."
Oh,
okay,
Lord.
So the beauty always goes first. Just keep that microphone up close. There
Okay. So I really didn't choose Tidewater at first. My mom chose it for me. Yes. So I was a part of the early college program where I was able to go to Tidewater and take college level courses. And over the course of me being in high school, and I would graduate with my associate's degree. Mm-hmm. So initially it wasn't my choice. My mom said, "You're gonna go get it," because they offered it for free, of course, for lower income families. Sure. So I was able to do that. And while initially it wasn't my choice, over time it became my decision to stay and stick the program out because it just allowed for me to have a different opportunity and it presented me with a chance to excel in what I wanted to do, offered me so many different classes and courses to figure out what I wanted to do because I was grappling between hobbies and passion. So I was able to figure out what my passion was, what my purpose was, and able to stick that through and be able to navigate to what I focused on in my 4 years.
So what did you end up with? What did you graduate with?
I graduated with my social sciences degree, associate's degree from Tidewater. And once I transferred to my 4-year university, I graduated with my political science degree.
Wonderful. And what do you plan on doing? Are you going to be like an attorney? Like if I get in trouble, I can call you? Nyla's going to bail me out, folks.
I actually plan on going into government.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Particular branch or particular interest?
I'm currently in state government, but I want to work my way up to federal for sure.
Nice. Oh, I have so many plans for that. Tag, what's your story? So, what's your background, and tell us about your journey through TCC.
My reason for TCC was to really finish what I started, 30 some years ago.
Okay.
I moved around a lot, like a lot of 18-year-olds coming out of high school. I made a few mistakes along the way.
Sure.
Moved from Virginia to California, from California to Washington State. And then my lovely wife, Diana, brought me home.
Okay.
So
come back here. I don't want the West Coast.
So, and then we proceeded to raise some children. And so long story short, my daughter was getting ready to graduate college. And I have all these credits from community colleges and four-year colleges from years past. And a good friend, and at the time a coworker, Mike Paris, said, you really ought to look at going back. At that time, who we were working with were willing to do some of the tuition covering.
Okay.
And so I did. So at the ripe age of, I guess at that time I was 50 or 51, I re-enrolled, and it's been a great experience.
So what's your degree and what did you finish?
I did an Associates of Science.
Okay.
So
to do what? What's your intention? Or you may already be doing it and this is enhancing your career?
This was more just a career enhancement.
Okay.
It was an opportunity for me to finish what I started.
Okay.
But also just the opportunity to continue to be a lifelong learner.
Okay.
It wasn't really even so much about the degree as it was about just going back. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it more as an adult than I ever did when I was younger.
Right. That's like naps now. As kids, we hated naps.
Exactly.
As adults, we love naps.
Exactly. That's very true. Right? And that's exactly the way it felt, was that I experienced college in a way that I didn't really appreciate it or enjoy it when I was younger.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it probably a little too much when I was
differently
at that age. Exactly. But it really was. It was just an opportunity to finish what I started. And being somebody who's very involved in the community, it gave me an opportunity to get connected with a whole nother community within Hampton Roads that I hadn't been connected with before.
Sure.
And I've gotten to meet students that, quite honestly, if it wasn't for TCC, I'd probably never have gotten to meet, if for no other reason than because of age or where we are in a career.
Sure. Well, I was going to, as you said that, I was just thinking that there has to be a majority of the student body that are probably old enough to be your kids, that you could be literally the father to some of them age-wise.
Most of them.
Right.
Yes.
But they don't look at you as dad. They look at you as a co-student, right?
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
Listen, education has no age limit.
Yep.
Right. There's no expiration date. There's none of that.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, as we heard with Jennifer early on, you've enjoyed your experience so much that you're being tapped to be the president, the current incoming president, right? Is that right?
Yes.
Was that because no one else wanted it and you drew the short straw, or how did that come about?
Actually, I probably did it to myself. So Chris Bryant, who is vice president of advancement, was in the civic class that our organization hosts.
Okay.
While I was going to school, he and I made connections, and I enjoyed my experience with TCC so much. And because of my role with civic and my volunteer background, I understand and understood at that time the importance of giving back to organizations that have given so much to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I reached out to Chris and said, what can I do?
Right.
Like, is there an alumni association? And if there is, what can I do to help? And Chris and Jennifer,
they conspired. They conspired. Let's be real. Let's be real about this.
Exactly.
And all the stuff, the ballot box.
Exactly.
Tag.
Yeah. So yeah, they said, well, ironically, we're getting ready to reboot this thing, and do you want to help? And I said, yeah, absolutely. Just tell me where and when, and I'm there. So do you have, what's your plans to help the Alumni Association? Well, it sounds like before you were being recruited by Jennifer to help. She just found out she's vice president.
Oh, really? There's a secret ballot before he went on the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the information while we're talking about it?
Oh,
sorry, this just in. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, I just got recruited. Similarly, I met up with Jennifer and our VP Chris Bryant, and I actually met them
Chris
through.
Bryant, that name rings a bell. Do I know him? Go ahead. Sorry.
And
Hi, Chris. You're out there with your family.
I actually was able to meet them through Portsmouth Mayor John Rowe, and he got me in cahoots with them, for lack of better words. And I was able to express to them that I wanted to give back, and I wanted to kind of create a better community for people closer to my age, who are coming out of the same program or dual enrollment as well, and they've been a great help at getting me involved.
Doing the classes that you did in high school to get credits towards college reminds me, like when I went to school, the thought of taking summer classes was just kind of beginning. Students wanted to get done faster, so they would take a class or two. I didn't take advantage of any of that. When I was in high school, they didn't have any of that stuff like you were able to take advantage of. The thought of a summer class to ease your fall semester of classes really was just kind of getting started. And I got to tell you, if I had to do it over again, I would definitely have done either the high school program like you did or the summer classes, just so that you can keep this flow going and get into the world. So I congratulate you for getting, even though you fought it and kicked and screamed against doing it, but here you are, as you got more experience, you got older, and you realized the value of that knowledge and that experience. Like you said, you're very happy that you stuck it out, right?
It helped me in the long run completely.
So, John, I'm going to give a website that I want you to write down so you can put a crawl up. Now, when Jennifer was with us, she mentioned going on and doing an alumni profile. So I'm going to give that website so everybody watching, or share it with somebody who you know is a TCC alum, get it to them. You're going to go to proud.tcc.edu. That's proud.tcc.edu. John, if you need me to slow it down, you listen faster, and I'll give it a third time if you need it. So, no, I'm only kidding. Proud.tcc.edu. That's the website you go to.
Slow it down.
So,
I got that.
You got it. You knucklehead. I've known John a long time. He and I are best friends, and he and I have just such a good time doing this. The key with what we do is fun. No matter what you do as alumni, the association, your jobs, now government. Man, I tip my cap to you. Are we going to see you as president someday? Like, we're going to be able to stuff the ballots? Just remember, if you need a press secretary, I'm right here.
Maybe not president. Oh. You'll probably see me as a senator one day.
Okay,
but
all right. You still need a press secretary.
Yeah, maybe. I'll keep you in mind.
All right, please do. Yes, please. Now, I do want to make a pledge to you two and Jennifer, since she's still here. Obviously, as you have events and things happening for the Alumni Association, please use my platform. Let me know what you have going on. If you need me to make announcements, if it's something you guys want to jump on and say, hey, can I take a couple of minutes? Maybe we record like a 2-minute alumni spot that I run periodically on the show if you have something to share. Let's take advantage of the platform. I'd be more than happy. I'd love to be able to do that because I do believe the alumni associations at colleges are vital. I don't mean to watch I can't see the clock because the computer is so far away, and I'm relying on John in that little box over there to give me a countdown. So we still have a couple of minutes yet. All right, but here's something I am going to do that's nothing to do with anything about TCC. What I usually like to do is throw curveball questions at people because I want the people out there to learn who you are as people. She's already over here like, Aaron, what are you going to ask me? And you see the daggers, Jennifer? Come on. Okay, real easy, I promise you. Who's your favorite actor of all time?
Ooh, Angela Davis.
Okay.
I'm sorry, not Angela Davis, Angela Bassett. I got mixed up.
That's okay.
I'm thinking of something different.
That's right. Who's your favorite actor? Give me a male version. Put that mic up.
I really don't have one.
No?
I'm not much of a movie guy.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll skip that question for you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you both the same question. So you have this way you can't think of an answer to the same question.
There you go.
So I'll come back to you then with another question.
All right.
What's your favorite music genre? What do you like to listen to?
Oh, probably country.
Okay.
Yeah, probably country.
Here's a question for you, and I have a funny feeling this may be a realistic. She's like, uh-oh, here it comes. And I have some people of your posse here that can back me up on this.
Mm-hmm.
You're driving around town. I don't know if I want to ask. I just want to listen to her giggle here. You had a red light.
Uh-huh.
Your all-time favorite song comes on the radio as you're driving. You're at you don't care what anybody sees you looking like in the car doing karaoke, whether you can carry your tune or not, it doesn't matter. What song are you doing karaoke to in your car having a good time?
I don't know.
If I ask your posse here, I bet they can give you a song.
Makai.
He's not even listening. He's placing bets on the football games tomorrow.
What do you think? I don't know what my favorite song is now.
What's her favorite song of all time? So that when it comes on the radio, she's just bebopping to it regardless. What is it?
Right now, I'll probably say something like
For
Okay,
sure.
Repeat what he's saying because we don't have a mic back.
30 for 30 by SZA and Kendrick Lamar right now. Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. He's your boyfriend, huh?
No, that's my little cousin.
That's your cousin?
Yeah.
Well, I just presumed. I'm sorry. Well, so family member. That's okay.
Yes.
We know best, right? And who's your photographer?
That's also my cousin. That's my older cousin, Kamaria.
All right. So what school do you guys go? Are you guys still in school? You working? What are you doing?
Yes, he does.
See, I promised everybody at the ODU game, I said I was going to try to get everybody on the air somehow, some way. And what are you doing? Oh, Michael Vick country. What's it like to know? Come over here. Come here. This is anything happens. This is live radio. No, you got to come in here. They're going to think I'm talking to nobody over here. Here, sit down on the stool, maybe. No, I'm sorry, but I can't relate to hair issues. You know what I'm saying? So you may have to lean in a little bit to your right so we get you on camera there. There we go. Or you can, you know what? Sit on your cousin's.
You want to come sit
Yeah,
with me?
come sit right in between. Because all I this is so much fun. I love doing this to people. They didn't expect it. All right. You got it? All right. So now you go to Norfolk State. So what's it like knowing that Michael Vick now is part of your community? Are you a football fan? Wait, give me the microphone.
I just became a football fan, honestly.
Because of him?
No, just because.
Okay. What turned you on to football?
I was tired of being confused about it. Yeah.
So
I decided that, maybe I should try to understand it.
Okay. What were you confused about?
Everything.
You had never watched football before?
Yes, my brothers played football growing up, but
so formally.
It's just that like I get tired of like going to the games. I'm like, why do they keep stopping?
They do get tired, you know what I'm saying?
I know, but it's like.
So who are you following in football now? Team like the Redskins or Norfolk State now that Michael Vick is there?
Yeah.
Oh, Eagles. Yeah. I'm a Giants fan. Sorry. All right.
It's hard. The Commanders and the Eagles. That's a hard decision.
You guys, Philly's got my Saquon Barkley guy. All right. We're going to get everybody out of here because John just gave me a signal that we're a minute left. So you're watching Aaron's Hour. You know me. We like to have fun. I'll put anybody on the air. So it's all good. It's all fun. Don't go anywhere. I got more with alumni, and maybe we'll bring up a current student after the break as well to talk about stuff. Everything is good here at TCC. Aaron's Hour. We'll be right back.
Switching to a vegan dessert doesn't mean sacrificing flavor or texture. At Sweet Peas Bakehouse, our pastries are designed to be just as delightful as their traditional counterparts. Sweet Peas Bakehouse features rich flavors and satisfying textures that will please any palate. From decadent brownies to light and fluffy cakes, each bite is a celebration of natural sweetness free from artificial additives. Indulge in treats that not only taste great, but also nourish the body by visiting www.sweetpeaswithaz.bakehouse.com. Experience the difference that nature-inspired baking can make at Sweet Peas Bakehouse. Call 804-214-7773 today and taste the goodness.
Hello, I'm Rick Upchurch, former Denver Bronco Ring of Famer. In life, there are rivalries, and then there are football rivalries. Broncos Raiders, Packers Vikings, Washington Dallas. But what happens when those sports rivalries invade a household? You know the scenario. Grandma loves Ohio State, but Grandpa loves Michigan. Novelty Sports Art has the type of artwork that simply adds fuel to the fire. The drip helmets depicted those hated rivalries with a splash of humor and color. These original artwork prints can be hung in the man cave, she shed, or the centerpiece at the next family reunion. Visit www.noveltysportsarts.com and order from our listed inventory. You can also call 804-505-5669 for ordering details. A great sports rivalry should be honored as a novelty.
I've never got a church.
Hi, we're back. We're busy talking over here, having a good time. Look, the Chinese fire drill happened again, and we have cousin number 1 behind door number 2 now up with us. Introduce your cousin.
Oh, this is Makai Patterson. Former, well, what do you want to say? Your current senior, or you just graduated from IC Norcom High School? You Yes.
Your
Yes. As you
Oh,
can see.
no.
Here, you got
Take the
do your-
microphone out.
your
So,
elevator pitch.
so now, okay, so you now are a student here at TCC, is taking the classes?
Yes, I
Okay,
am.
what are you studying right now?
Right now, I'm going to because my goal is animal science. Get my animal science degree, and I want
Okay.
to follow her and go to North Carolina A&T.
Okay.
So I'm pretty much going like right after everything.
So what do you do
she
with
does.
animal science? Like a veterinarian kind of
Yes,
thing?
I want to go into
Oh, okay.
veterinary medicine, and so hopefully my dream is like wildlife veterinarian. That's the final goal. Like be
I
out
could see,
Africa.
like in a zoo
like,
or out in Africa.
I really want to like go around the world,
Awesome.
like see everything, help out animals.
So
work
how
on
much
sanctuaries.
course time do you have to study to do all of that?
So right now I'm looking about 6 to 8 years, but I mean I'm shortening it because I'm also doing I also did the first college program, and so with the help of TCC and post
Right on.
schools, they just really helped me get my credits and get ahead of the game a little bit.
So since you're still in school, and for everybody watching, I alluded to this earlier on my show yesterday, my Kiwanis Connect. So we had a guest. Her name was Dr. Rhea Watson. She owns a company called, she's known as the Scholarship Doctor. Look it up because she helps people on any level, age-wise or level of education, get scholarships that you will make your life easier for continuing education. So check it out. You can go to Kiwanis Connect show on Facebook. You can watch yesterday's show to get that. That's could be vital for you and anybody out there who wants to start the career in education through TCC or anywhere, or if you're an alumni, you want to keep going on like you, check her out. She's given away $300 million, not given away, but she has gotten $300 million worth of scholarships awarded to students through her programs and what she does to help students get more money. Okay. So, all right. So you got 6 years ahead of you now. Through TCC, how far would that take you before you have to transition to another school?
So TCC, of course, they let you go in and get your associate's degree. So that would knock off 2 years right there. For one, it's a cheaper route, but at the same time, TCC has a lot of resources, especially with like the amount of help you get.
Sure.
And a lot of people like frown down on community college, but like the amount of resources and then also comparing it to real schools, like the education, everything is like, it really prepares you for that next step.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it allows you to grow a lot.
So glad you said that. When this video comes out, y'all may want to cut that down and make that as part of your next commercial, Jennifer. Right there, what you just said right there.
Totally unscripted.
But here's the great thing about it, and this is sometimes hard to get across to viewers out there. In his words, I'm sitting next to him, but you can tell the passion of his words and the heart behind it. He's not just saying words because we're on the camera here. I could sense the passion. Now, you also have a family member that has trailed blaze for you a little bit. You have someone who's going to Norfolk State who's taking, I guess, football 101 over there. I don't know what's over there, but sorry. I could. Even though you're a Yankee fan, I see that. At least I do you know what baseball is? Let me ask that question.
Yeah, I know baseball.
Okay. Well,
it's not my favorite team. I just like to have it.
I got to vet these guests a little better. No, but I want to make sure that message comes across, that the words you say and that he's speaking is from passion and heart and experience. So if there's people out there right now, I want this to come from all three of you that are watching this or contemplating continuing education or what to do after high school, or like in your case, you and I, based on the number you shared, we're not that far apart in age. I'm a few years, I got you a few years, but people are out there contemplating education. It does come down to cost and it does come down to convenience. What would you tell? Are you a wrestling fan? You follow pro wrestling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So I need you to give me a shoot promo to everybody out there. You know what I'm talking about. You have 60 seconds to convince them to enroll in TCC and become part of the campus now, and then become an alumni member. Go.
Okay. See, if you're somebody out there, you're looking for an opportunity, you're looking for a chance, you don't have much money, but you want to get the job done, go to TCC right now. They'll give you the education you need to take the next step in life, and you'll forever be set anywhere you need to go. There you go. A little bit.
Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you next. No, well done. Very well done. All right. Now, from the alumni perspective, because again, people are going to be watching who are thinking about college, like in the same position Makai was part in. What would you, as an alumni, tell somebody who's trying to figure out, like you said, what do I want to do when I grow up?
Well, four-year college isn't the end all be all. You don't have to always know exactly what you're going to do. TCC gives you that space and the opportunity to figure out what you want to do, to discover different avenues, take so many different classes to discover what you want to do. And like they say, from here, go anywhere, and you'll be able to just navigate your life through your purpose, your passion.
Right on. All right, Teg, now you're going to take this from a little different perspective, because we're not the 22-year-old kids, or the 18-year-old kids coming out of high school.
You're an experienced adult with family, and you've put 20, 30 years maybe into a full-time career that said, you know what, I think I got to do this. There's going to be other people out there in that same bracket. Talk to those people, give them a message.
There's really two messages I've got for the more seasoned viewers. Seasoned yes. One is upskilling. TCC, I think they're a hidden gem or something that a lot of people probably aren't as familiar with is the skilled trades. They are absolutely exceptional with their skilled trades. And I got to tell you, the need is so great right now. I mean, skilled trades, you're coming out with a lot, to your point, you're coming out with a lot less debt, if any, and you're making a great salary. And for a lot of people, they love working with their hands. They don't want to sit behind a computer for 8 hours a day.
Not like that's what I do all day.
Well, and the other is you have a lot of listeners in Vegas. Yeah. You can be anywhere and be a TCC student. You can be overseas. You can be anywhere in the United States. I did most of my study online. So it was not only affordable, but for a working father, you can work it around your own schedule. You can there's absolutely no longer an excuse in today's world with today's technology and the way TCC functions that there's no excuse for not having the time to do it. You can do it on the weekends. You can do it whenever it's most convenient. And yet there is still that traditional college experience for those who want to be on campus and around other students. So the options are just endless. And that's why I say it's virtually impossible to have a good excuse not to attend.
Well said. Back in my day, we used to call colleges like this commuter schools because you didn't have dorms. You had people every day coming. I've had the pleasure of being at this campus and Virginia Beach and Portsmouth to meet people and whatnot. And you said it so well. The feeling of it being a traditional 4-year college campus is exactly the same here. And that goes to the passion of, again, everything we talked about before, students, past students, staff members, everybody, to give that feeling of it being a traditional college experience. You use the word cheaper, which I didn't want to stop because you wanted to flow, by the way. Let's just say more affordable option.
Yes.
Okay. Because when people hear the word cheap, I think people think if you get what you pay for. No. Yeah, this is going to be more affordable and perhaps more budget friendly than worrying about being able to go to a 4-year college and deal with $100,000, tuition bills and stuff. So I think that was well said. Listen, in all honesty, folks, I really can't talk about it any better than my guests have right now. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let Makai off the hook. We're going to go to break a few minutes early because then I need to pull out my notes that Jennifer is so succinctly providing me. Make sure you talk about. And so we'll see if we missed anything into the last segment of the show because I want to be invited back. And if I don't, Jennifer may put a bad thing in the suggestion box. Anyway, thank you, Makai, for jumping up. We appreciate it. Hey, we're about to wrap things up here. We're going to go to our next to last break. Don't go anywhere. More to come here live at the Tidewater Community College Norfolk campus downtown. Be right back.
Your path to a meaningful career begins at Tidewater Community College. We're here to help you every step of the way, from application to financial aid, to helping you transfer to the 4-year college of your choice, and even placement in in-demand careers. Whether you're looking to transition from the military, want to go part-time while you work, or make a full-time career change, TCC is here for you with multiple campuses throughout the region. Enroll today at Tidewater Community College. From here, go anywhere.
Hello, I'm Rick Upchurch, former Denver Bronco Ring of Famer. In life, there are rivalries, and then there are football rivalries. Broncos, Raiders, Packers, Vikings, Washington, Dallas. But what happens when those sports rivalries invade a household? You know the scenario. Grandma loves Ohio State, but Grandpa loves Michigan. Novelty Sports Art has the type of artwork that simply adds fuel to the fire. The drip helmets depicted those hated rivalries with a splash of humor and color. These original artwork prints can be hung in the man cave, she shed, or the centerpiece at the next family reunion. Visit www.noveltysportsart.com and order from our listed inventory. You can also call 505-5669 for ordering details. A great sports rivalry should be honored as a novelty.
Switching to a vegan dessert doesn't mean sacrificing flavor or texture. At Sweet Peas Bakehouse, our pastries are designed to be just as delightful as their traditional counterparts. Sweet Peas Bakehouse features rich flavors and satisfying textures that will please any palate. From decadent brownies to light and fluffy cakes, each bite is a celebration of natural sweetness free from artificial additives. Indulgent treats that not only taste great, but also nourish the body by visiting www.sweetpeaswithazbakehouse.com. Experience the difference that nature-inspired baking can make at Sweet Peas Bakehouse. Call 804-214-7773 today and taste the goodness.
All right, welcome back to Aaron's Hour. I'm so used to John giving me a countdown like, whoop, here we are. Welcome back to Aaron's Hour. We're coming around the clubhouse turn. We have about 10 minutes or so left. By the way, I want to give that website again. John, if you can run the scroll, proud.tcc.edu. That's the website that you're going to input. If you are a TCC alumni anywhere around the world, this will allow you to create your profile so that these guys can reach out to you and hopefully invoke your involvement. I don't want to say solicit because I feel like I'm back in Vegas. Huh? We want to invoke your support and involvement with the Alumni Association, help spread the word. I didn't get after the, John. It's like proud.tcc.edu. All right, let's focus on the Alumni Association, okay? Getting it back off the ground is kind of the sense I got early on. Like it was there, it was dormant, really hasn't been happening, but now there's new blood, there's new excitement, new energy. So let's talk about a couple of things that I believe are going to be very important for alumni to want to be part of, to be successful in the association. Number one, networking. Let's talk about that. What are we going to do to help alumni network and possibly, better their careers? What do you think?
Well, just the pure aspect of making connections through the networking. I mean, the networking is the tool, but the outcome is the opportunity to connect our alumni with each other in ways that maybe they otherwise wouldn't. That the difference in ages, or just didn't take similar classes, or they were online students like myself and maybe didn't spend as much time on campus. And I'm a perfect example of somebody who, a big reason that I've been in the roles that I've been in as a professional is through the relationships that I built. Mm-hmm. It wasn't answering a want ad or using Indeed. It was because I knew people who were part of organizations or industries and had made those relationships, and that led. So when we talk about TCC continuing to support their students even after they've graduated, the Alumni Association, I hope, can be a vital cog in that we can make sure that we're continuing to build those relationships through the networking so that we give them an even better opportunity for job growth and career growth.
I heard you talk before we went on the air with, I think it was Jennifer before we went on, about Rotary clubs and things like that. Make sure you hit the Kiwanis clubs locally.
Yeah.
That's where I met Chris Bryan.
Yeah.
So last August, there was a convention for Kiwanis right across the water over in Portsmouth. Yeah. And he and I happened to have been in the same seminar about social media. And I didn't know Chris. He was a couple of rows behind me. I was in it with my wife. The person running the seminar asked a question, and we were talking about Facebook. I put in a piece of information, and he followed up with a piece of information. And we both kind of acknowledged each other's response, like, oh, that's pretty smart. We get up, the session's over, and as we go walking out, I was telling my wife, it's like, I got to find out who that guy is just to say hello and make that connection. Yeah. As he's coming up behind me, going to that, he's tapping me on the back. He says, hey, great to meet you. Your name is blah, 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 blah. We connected. Next thing I know, a week later, we're sitting down having lunch, and here we are today. So that's a great example of exactly what you're talking about. There's never a bad conversation with anybody. You should always say hello, but know how to pace yourself. Don't go in, hi, how you doing? Here's my business card. Yeah. Make that relationship first. Well said. All right, I'm going to have you touch on the next one. Obviously, that's going to be part of staying connected, right? So what value would an alumni have staying connected to the school through the association moving forward?
So it's just build a bigger community for us, like you said, to network and be able to approach or gain different opportunities through each other and through community, and just to establish that.
Okay, so that's ongoing. Now, listen, we're talking at work, we're talking network and everything else, but let's face it, no organization is complete unless you have some fun.
Absolutely.
So what kind of social activities will you offer for the other than maybe going to games or around town? We went to ODU last week. Little birdie told me that there's some basketball teams that may be coming to around on TCC in a year. But besides that, what kind of social activities do you think the alumni will put together?
That's the best part of being able to kind of start from scratch. I think a lot of it is connecting with both new students and some of the more seasoned students to figure out like where is the sweet spot. I think that's and Jennifer's she's gonna be the chemist in all of this and trying to find the right mix of
Dr. Jennifer's
yes, exactly. What's gonna be the right fit for the incredibly diverse group of alumni that we're gonna have, and where is the most bang for the buck for those that are going to give their time, because time is the most important part. And if
money.
somebody's going to
say money
and the money,
right, exactly,
because
money still runs the school. I mean, let's face it. I mean, and that networking and those relationships going to be part of it too. Yeah. So it's time and money.
Yes.
Time
Absolutely.
is money. What does it say? Time well spent is also money well spent. Something like that. Time is money. Money's time. Something like that.
Yeah.
But no, I love it. I for me, being new to the school and working with the school and helping promote the school in my capacity, I'm excited to see how the Alumni Association will grow from the beginning. I love seeing things at ground zero and flourish. I love that. And that's why I'm offering my platform. Anytime, anything you have going on, if you have an event and you want to have me there as a live remote to do something, you just hit me up as early as you can. If we can make something happen, I would love to do whatever I can, because I do believe alumni associations. I just re-upped mine at my college. I went to Penn State. I just re-upped mine, actually last week for $39. What are you charging for alumni fees, by the way? Are there fees?
Right now, there are no fees. All you got to do is just sign up. Just tell us who you are and where you are.
This isn't like a 30-day subscription where like after 30 days, like for Netflix or something, right?
Well, yeah, there's no asterisks right now.
No, right.
Yeah.
Jennifer's like, stop, there's no fee for right now.
Right now, we just want participation.
Seriously. Down the line, I mean, you like at events or?
I don't know if it'll be so much a fee as there might be other benefits to it. Maybe there are.
Gotcha. Right now it's free. Take advantage of it. It's the best word in the vocabulary.
We just appreciate participation.
There you go. And I was down here for the parade. I saw you at the parade for the lights, the city
Grand
lights.
illumination.
Yeah, the grand illumination, which was the first experience my wife and I had with that. It was so much fun just sitting there amongst the student body, whoever was there. I know you were there. Were you there that night too? Yeah, you and I said hello, right? Yeah, sorry, it was an alumni event. And it was so cool to be part of that. And as an outsider who's not an alumni, I was just welcomed in. Maybe it's just the power of the microphone. I don't know what it is, but it's just, even for us more seasoned learners, age-wise and everything, to be around the younger mindset who we say, you know what, we have faith in our future now. Our future does look bright. Just in the 3 young individuals we've had here join us in fun, that's fun to be around, and you can't get that everywhere.
Well, and to that point, for a lot of those who, because the community college structure is becoming more popular with more people, I think for a lot of us, and this is a big reason why I came to Chris and Jen and said, this is important to me, is this is to me what a 4-year college is to a lot of people. You have Penn State. Right. Penn State is your love. It's probably been your love for decades. The TCC is my love. We know. Yeah,
I know. I am not old.
Yeah, but TCC is my love. This is where I'm going to be putting my time, talent, and treasures in that same way that a lot of people do for a 4-year college.
Whether it's a 4-year college or a 2-year college or a tech school, it shouldn't matter. Your passion and your heart is wherever you want it to be. Look, yes, I graduated Penn State. I bleed blue and white. I cried when James Franklin blew it against Notre Dame a couple of weeks ago. Man, I'll tell you what, watching that championship game is very difficult. Do I root for Notre Dame to beat Penn State, or do I root for Ohio State, who I hate, to beat Notre Dame because they beat Penn State?
You can't root for Ohio State.
I know you can't.
Sorry, no.
That's why I went to sleep.
We all have our limits.
You're absolutely right. It was a tough choice. Anyway, but my wife went to Syracuse. Now that's fun in our house, Penn State and Syracuse, let me tell you. But they're Syracuse. My daughter went to Towson over in Baltimore. But she got her undergrad at Western Illinois. She works over at ODU. It doesn't matter whether it's a 2-year, 4-year. tech school, wherever your heart and passion is, support that. Because whether your words today or Makai's words or your other cousins were, if it reaches one person, it makes a difference to them being able to make a choice, not a decision, it's a choice. Even if you make no decision, you made a choice to make no decision. If something we said, whether it's how affordable the programs are, the resources, seeing your success and you're talking a future senator here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Right. All right. We're talking a future president, maybe not as big as the senator, but it's president. He's in a leadership role. The point is that if we affect and somebody gets the message, just one person, right? That person tells another and another and another. That's the relationship and the connection involved that you're talking about. So check it out. Now, the main website, if you're looking to enroll, it's tcc.org. That'll tell you anything and everything.
.edu.
.edu. That's why I said TCC. I was doing it to see if they were listening. tcc.edu. That's the main website. You can check out all the information. And does the Alumni Association have their own website yet? Or do they have a link on the website? So you can check out, what does it say? Alumni? See how I figured this stuff out?
It's that Penn State education.
Hell yeah, man. And it was 30 some odd years ago, too. Thank God it doesn't. I went to school and I have a degree in mathematics. So look what I'm doing for a living. Anyway, so it's tcc.edu. And then, of course, look for the tab for alumni. All the information you get about upcoming activities. First activity for the Alumni Association will be what and when? If decided.
That's coming up soon, isn't it?
February 19th.
Yes.
What's February 19th?
Resumes.
Resume.
Yes.
And then also something about headshots too. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes,
I heard what you said before you corrected the word, by the way. Headshots being done by students when?
February 19th.
Oh, same day.
Yes.
2-for-1 deal, just like in Vegas.
And that's here is
Chesapeake
Chesapeake
campus, which is located where? The major cross streets?
Cedar.
Off Cedar Road.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cedar
Off
Road.
Cedar Road. Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. I'm here 9 months. I still don't know what road I live on. Okay, so you got a lot going on. So February 19th, mark your calendars. Again, if you forget all that, just go to the website. Check it all out on the Alumni Association. John, I'm going to give you a break. We're going to get out of here a few minutes earlier than normal. Before we say goodbye, though, I do want to thank our sponsor, Sweet Peas Bakehouse. Again, they're starting to ship all across the country. You will not be sorry when you get their delivery of goods. They are non-dairy products. So, folks, I'm telling you, I love the chocolate muffins, chunky chocolate chip cookies. Oh, my God. So Sweet Peas Bakehouse, check it out. When you go place your order for shipping, you'll have the option there. Novelty Sports Art, that's the drip helmets. You may be seeing those here on the campus of TCC at the start of their basketball programs. Good stuff there. Of course, a little school called Tidewater Community College. We want to thank them for sponsoring today as well. Of course, Rustic Reclaim Design, Jason and Company. Any signs, anything you can make or want to make, he's actually doing a piece for me now, carving something into a rock for me. So he does all kinds of stuff. And of course, Preston, if you want to save money on your energy bill, Think Energy, thinkenergy.com. Preston Kierson, he's on Facebook. Save you, depending upon what state you're in, they have all sorts of programs. Save that energy now. All right, guys, we have 25 seconds. Final thoughts to our audience.
I just thank you for having us. Thank you for highlighting TCC and just hashtag TCC proud. I can't wait to see our alumni at upcoming events. So thanks for the platform.
Yes. Thank you for having us, and make sure you guys go to proud.tcc.edu and come join us and join our alumni association.
Get the one that says alumni.
There you go.
Not aluminum. It does not say aluminum. All right. Want to thank everybody here. Want to thank Jennifer. Want to thank Naima, Chris, Sky upstairs. And of course, without Meredith today, we would not be on the air because my computer decided to take a dump today. And she gave me the diagnosis. I may have to replace it because my battery is about to explode through my laptop. So, honey, I may be going shopping later at Best Buy, your favorite store. So thank you, Meredith, for bailing me out today. All right, listen, everybody, have a great week. Everybody out there in the fires on the West, please continue to stay safe. Look for local resources. They are out there. You can check into any Kiwanis organization out there. They've got resources to help you. Of course, here on the East Coast, we're warming up a little bit, but boy, I had to shovel my driveway this past week for the first time in 30 years. I don't want to do that again. So if there's any neighborhood kids around my house that want to make a few bucks, look me up. Anyway, have a great week, everybody. As always, be kind to everybody. Why? We are all we have. We'll see you next time right here on Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips, coast to coast. See ya. Founded in 2021 by husband and wife duo Jason and Melissa Taylor, Rustic Reclaim Design is a small business proudly owned by a woman and disabled Navy veteran.
Rustic Reclaim Design specializes in custom handmade and laser engraved products. By combining craftsmanship and creativity, Rustic Reclaim Design delivers unique, high-quality items. Whether it is a personalized gift, something for the home, or a custom design, their mission is to create a piece that brings your vision to life. Visit us on Facebook by searching Rustic Reclaim Design. Send an email to sales@rusticreclaimdesign.com or simply call 757-567-2790. Rustic Reclaim Design is where we craft connections one unique piece at a time. It seems like the cost of keeping the lights on goes up way too often. Do you wish there was something you can do to control the energy costs in your own home to keep the lights on? I want you to Think Energy. Think Energy has partnerships across the country that takes advantage of solar farms. Solar farms actually reduce the dependency on your local electric company by having part of your electricity actually come from these solar farms, which in turn reduces your costs. To learn more, contact Preston Pearson by dialing 229-291-8329 or send an email to cp3foralltime@gmail.com. There is no better time to think energy.